Hi everyone, Animal Girl here, back with another edition of Movie Talk. And this week's movie is Guardians of the Galaxy. The Marvel Marvel Cinematic Universe, expands into the cosmos when brash space adventurer Peter Quill steals a coveted orb and becomes the object of a relentless bounty hunter. To evade his enemies, Quill forges an uneasy truce with Rocket, a goat-toting raccoon, Groot, a tree-like humanoid, and the deadly assassin Gamora, and the revenge-driven Drax. But when Quill discovers the true power of the orb, he must rally his ragtag band of misfits for a desperate battle that will decide the fate of the galaxy. Okay, highlights of the movie. This movie was made back in 2014, so 4 years old, give or take. And is a superhero adventure film. And holy cow, I just realized something. This movie is as old as my cat Susie, who is also 4. But sidetrack, sorry. This movie was also produced by Marvel Studios and tells the story of the Guardians of the Galaxy. And these are Marvel characters that I was unaware of until the movie came out, actually. So they are not highly well-known characters up to the point of this movie, or at least the Guardians are. Some of the other characters are very well known. This is actually the 10th movie in the Marvel's franchise, the others being in release order: Iron Man, The Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America the First Avenger, Marvel's Avengers, Iron Man 3, and Captain America Winter Soldier. It's also interesting to note that there is a mini side movie that is titled Agent Carter that actually tells the story of the founding of S.H.I.E.L.D. Okay, things I loved about this movie. First off, I loved the characters. My 2 top favorites were Rocket and Groot. These characters were actually very different from the Avengers. The Avengers were characters that they didn't all get along to start with, but they were all good at what they did. And they all had a respect of sorts among the people for whatever reason. The Guardians of the Galaxy, again, they don't all like each other. As it's stated in the movie Synapse, there is actually an uneasy truce between all of them. And they're all basically, for lack of a better word, losers. They all basically just get into trouble and whatnot, and they just have nothing to lose by coming together and trying to save the galaxy and whatnot. And I mean, in the movie, they even all end up in prison. I mean, that's kind of where they meet Drax and form this alliance, and that's not much of a spoiler. And the prison scene is just amazing. And again, I have to agree with another channel that does movie reviews where I don't understand where if they have bios on all these characters or all these prisoners, and they know that Rocket has broken out of, however many prisons he has broken out of, why they didn't put him in better security, why they had him around with all the other prisoners. But again, it's not your traditional Marvel's movie, or I should say, unlike the other Marvel movies that came before it, it is not a serious movie. It is meant to be a comedy. to a degree. There is a lot of humor in this movie, so that's probably, that was just one of them. And again, getting back to the characters, because that actually goes more into the story, I feel that a lot of these characters are characters you can relate to. And I think that's just what makes them so amazing. I'm just trying to think of a good word. But you can just kind of relate to these characters in such a profound and great way. Second, I love the special effects. Now, this is a space movie, so it has a lot of special effects, and they are amazing, and whatnot. And the makeup effects on the characters are amazing, too. Even on the secondary characters and the background characters, the makeup effect is just amazing. Third, I love the storyline. This is just an amazing story, and as I stated earlier, this is, while it is entitled a superhero comic or superhero movie, it is also a comic movie. And I don't mean comic as in comic book, I mean comic as in funny. It is stupidly funny, and I mean like stupidly funny in a good way. I mean like you just sit down and you are just laughing through this movie, because there's just so much humor and whatnot, and the fact that the heroes are these bunch of, for lack of a better word, rejects, and they come together and they defeat this person who has all this power, and they just manage to defeat him. It's just so funny. And there's this one scene, and it's not really a spoiler, where they finally go up against him, go up against Ronan, and Quill's doing this stupid dance thing, and he says to Ronan, come on, dance off, you and me, and it's for the orb, and whatnot, and Ronan's just like, what are you doing? And he says, it's a distraction, and whatnot, and then, he's coming there. This is, like, near the end of the movie, so, like I said, it's not much of a spoiler. Well, it is, but it isn't, and it's just so funny, and so stupid, but sometimes you want a funny, stupid movie just to laugh at, and that's what this is. It's just the goofiest, stupidest, in a good way, movie, and I just absolutely love it. I have not seen the second one yet as of the posting of this video, but I've heard good things about that one as well. And lastly, I love the ending. This has just a crazy ending. It actually says the Guardians of the Galaxy will be back, so you know they're going to be back in some way, shape, or form within the Marvel's universe. And it's just so funny, because when they are leaving, Gamora actually says to Quill, she says, or Quill says, so what are we going to do? Something good, something bad, bit of both. And Gamora actually says, along the lines of, we'll follow wherever you go, Star-Lord. I might not be quoting her properly. And he just says, bit of both. Which I just found so funny and so hilarious. And to say, it's just the perfect ending to this stupidly funny movie. And again, I'm saying stupidly funny, but I mean stupidly funny in all the best terms. It's just, there's no other better way to describe it than that. It's just so fun. I sit down and I laugh every time I watch this movie. So, and there's not, a lot of the other Marvel movies don't do that to you. So I love how they took a different course with this movie, and it's just so good. And so funny and whatnot. And, for the, if you want to see another review on this movie, Channel Awesome has, on YouTube, has a review on this movie. It's entitled Sibling Rivalry, Guardians of the Galaxy, and they actually did a theatrical review of it, where they actually went to the movie theater and saw it and then did a review on it. So this is a DVD review, but it's the same movie, it's just a different person's point of view on the movie. But I recommend, if you want to see that, want to see their take on Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, And the second one, too, if you want to check that one out as well. Go see that. They do a lot of movie reviews as well. But that one, like, just, that one's probably one of my favorite reviews that they've done. So, again, it's Channel Awesome on YouTube. I do recommend you check out any of their movie reviews, their sibling rivalry movie reviews, because they're all really, really good, or at least the ones I've seen are really good. Okay, cast. Again, this had a big cast, but a lot of them are like secondary characters, so I really didn't put them on the list. But I have all the Guardians, and then I have the big villain, and then, well, not the big villain, but the main villain of the movie that we see, the one that they go up against, the bounty hunter, and then the gray character, as I like to refer to. So we have Peter Quill / Star-Lord was played by Chris Pratt. Gamora, who is the only female member of the Guardians of the Galaxy, was played by Zoe Saldana, I believe is how you say her name. And if I mispronounce anybody's name, character, or actor, I apologize. Drax the Destroyer, who is the last person to join the Guardians of the Galaxy, was played by David Bastia, I believe is how you say his name. Groot was portrayed by Vin Diesel, and he did both the voice of Groot and the stop motion. He was in the green suit and moving around on the screen, so they would have something to anchor the CG animation of Groot to in the movie as well. And Groot is actually a very interesting character. I'm just going to get a little sidetracked here for a second. He has lines in the movie, but he doesn't really have a lot of lines in the movie. In fact, all of his lines can boil down to 3 words. I am Groot. That's all he ever says in the movie. Well, at the end of the movie, he says, like, we are Groot. But throughout the majority of the movie, he says, I am Groot. But you can his friends understand what he's saying what he means despite those 3 words. So there is some communication going on there. It's just that's all he's able to say is, I am Groot. But they know what he's trying to say, so. But, Groot's a very interesting character, but I do like, as I stated before, I do like Groot. He's actually one of my 2 favorite characters. Then we have Rocket, who was voiced by Bradley Cooper. He's also known in other Guardians of the Galaxy forums as Rocket Raccoon, because he is actually a raccoon, but in here he's just referred to as Rocket. Ronan the Accuser was played by Lee Pace, and this is not the first time I've seen Ronan. He's popped up in other things, namely the Fantastic Four. So I just assumed the Kree was just a Fantastic Four thing, but apparently they're not. Which is, Marvel Studios had them in this one. It's like, okay, Marvel's owns these characters, so I guess if they want to put them in Guardians of the Galaxy, they can do that. I'm okay with that. We're just expanding the universe. Yondu Unta, I believe is how you say his name, was played by Michael Rooker, and he is for lack of a better word, he's a pirate. He is the gray character. He's not necessarily a good guy. He's not necessarily a bad guy. Does he want the orb? Yes, everybody in this movie wants the orb. But he is, and this is going to be a spoiler alert, but it's not a big spoiler alert. He teams up with the Guardians of the Galaxy, basically. And then we have Nebula, who was played by Karen Gillan, I believe is how you say her name. And she is the bounty hunter that's looking for them. She's also Gamora's adopted sister, and they don't like each other. And that's not really much of a spoiler. It's just something I'm going to say. You got to go in the movie to understand it. These 2 characters do not like each other. And they work for Ronan, but they aren't Ronan's adopted daughters. They're Thanos' adopted daughters. The only reason I didn't list Thanos in here is that he's not in the movie that much. I mean, he makes an appearance in the movie. We see him, he has some lines in the movie, but the main bad guy is Ronan. But he does appear in Infinity Wars. I know this from, I haven't seen Infinity Wars yet, but I know this from the trailers. So I will get a little more into him when I get to Infinity Wars. So just be patient on that. Okay, question of the week. Which Guardian is your favorite? Do you like Star-Lord? Do you like Gamora? Do you like Drax? Do you like Rocket? Do you like Groot? Do you like someone who was maybe in one of the TV shows that wasn't in the movie who's a Guardian? Do you like someone who might have been in the comic books but wasn't in the movie who is a Guardian of the Galaxy? I mean, I don't care. Just let me know which one was your favorite. And please leave your answers in the comment section. Also, feel free to leave your comments and questions in the comment section. I do love to read those. And please like and share this video if you're watching it on YouTube or not YouTube, Facebook, excuse me. And like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And feel free to follow me on Tumblr, Instagram, Twitter, and DeviantArt. I do have my name for those 4 sites, excuse me, right there on the screen, as well as the pictures I use for the icons. Please note, all pictures seen within this video belong to their respective artists. I own absolutely nothing. Okay, quick reminder on my comment rules. Okay, feel free to check out my related videos. My other movie talk videos. My movie talk special edition videos. and my other videos. Okay, before I sign off, one thing I'd like to touch on, and that is to please note that my movie talk videos on Van Helsing, Hansel and Gretel, Witch Hunters, and Spooky Buddies, and my movie talk birthday special edition video on The Lion King are exclusively on my Facebook page as of the posting of this video. I do plan on posting re-uploads to YouTube for these 4 videos. However, that will not happen until October. This is due to the fact that Van Helsing and Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters are Halloween-ish movies, and Spooky Buddies is a Halloween movie, so to me it only makes sense to do the re-uploads of those 3 videos in October, which is when Halloween is. And as for The Lion King, it is a birthday special edition video, so again, it only makes sense to me to do the re-upload of that video on October 6th, which is my birthday. So I will get re-uploads of those videos posted. It just won't be until October for the reasons I gave. Until then, you can check them out on my Facebook page. I will have the link in the description section. Also, there will be dual postings of Star Wars, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and Dragons TV talk videos for both my Facebook page and my YouTube channel. All my other TV talk videos will be posted strictly to my Facebook page. Again, if you'd like to check those out, check out those videos or any of the backlogged videos of Star Wars, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., or Dragons. You can feel free to check them out on my Facebook page. Once again, the link will be in the description section. And just to make it a little easier on you guys, here is a list of all the TV shows I've either done TV talk videos on or I'm currently doing TV talk videos on. As always, thank you for watching, and have a very nice day.